Okay, looks like I'm not too late. That's good, that's good. Yeah, sorry for disappointing you, Gojis, on streams where I am, extremely late, like 4 minutes late or something. But that's either me getting sidetracked or, other stuff happening. I mean, I do have my parents and they have, some things to expect of me. But, being the more mature child in the household, I just gotta do it for them. Know what I mean? But if uh, if uh, if any of you haven't read the description, then I suggest that you guys do, since I'm delving into some really, really, really honest territory here. And I'm not talking about the oh well, I'm just saying type of honest, but I'm talking about like getting stuff off my chest type of honest. So there you go. Nothing horrifying, nothing bad, but just a few things that I needed to express about this past situation and the situation going on now with Max himself and his wiki, which is still being absolutely destroyed. Um, because the same person added more endings. So yeah. Well, while you guys are doing that, um, oh hello Moodix, nice to see you. Thank you Venus. Um, okay, so here we go. I think I'm just gonna start with uh the destruction of the SEGAman Studios 27 wiki, since that's a that's still a thing that's been going on. So as I suspected, there are new endings on the main page. I showed Maddox during a call, and they were quite shocking, to say the least. Um, in all honesty, like they weren't like to me. They weren't as bad as the earlier endings that this dude made, but they were still surprising to look at. So dude, if you're watching this, I get it that I know that you have a hate agenda towards uh Max and blah blah blah, but please look. As one of his few IRL best friends left, like I'm telling you, can you please leave the endings where they are now? Like, I think there's about 15 endings. So look, I get it. What Max did was extremely horrible. I'm not gonna deny that. No one should deny that. Not even his friends. No one should deny that. But I'm just saying, bro, we get your point. We know what you're getting at. So just leave it off there. That's my opinion on it. If you're going to make more, then I'm not gonna take the time to read them unless I really feel like it, since I feel like you're just trying to gain my attention from it. So yeah. But overall, I would just say cut it out with the endings, okay? because some of them are getting way too personal, bro. Getting way too personal. Okay, what else is there? Okay, with that out of the way, uh I don't need to discuss about the endings anymore. Um oh, well, this is quite a minor thing, but I also spoke with Maddox and my girlfriend Ari about this. And I have made myself a wiki. Now I actually tried to make a wiki uh for the Goji verse for a long ass time, but I was really unskilled. So I just thought it was like a lot harder than it actually was. It's actually not that hard, to be honest. So those two saw my wiki. Ari liked it. Especially the Gojirowan wiki page and the Sabrosa wiki page. Um, I have a yet to show uh Maddox about the wiki pages since they weren't finished when we were on a call talking about it. So if there's any calls between me and Maddox in the future, then those wiki pages will be discussed. I really hope that the homie likes them because I put some time and effort into the Moodix the Bookworm wiki page because he's actually quite essential to the story, especially in the like the more recent Gojirowan12 skits. Like he's just shown up a lot more. So yeah. But with that out of the way, I move on to the main subject. The thing that all of you are waiting for. Um Now I'm gonna be reading off of my description because I just woke up a few hours ago, so I don't really have the brain capacity to make a full-on MLK speech on a situation like this. So just be patient with your guy, my Gojis. Okay, okay, so the description says this is going into some detail that might be a bit too heavy for some people, specifically for those with characters paralleled from different things like video games or comics. So if you are uncomfortable, then that's fine. But I feel this needs to be said from me specifically. And I quoted it at the end. Like, you know how Mark Twain quoted his books when he, well, not self-inserted himself into the story, but like added um you know what, screw it. I don't even know how to describe it at this point. He just did that, and I really liked how he did that. But anyways, this is going to be talking about the experiences with Max's SEGAman character in the Gojirowan12 universe for like 6 years, I think. 6 years. Since there also was his old character. First I shall start off with the older character. Um as you guys know, he had this channel called the Cool Max Read channel, and his character was like it was basically the Max character from Where the Wild Things Are. And then I started making videos. I made a figure variation of him, and since he stopped making those types of videos, or at least his OC wasn't shown anymore in them, it was like the figure became the more known variation of the Max Reed character. Um because like every time in school, people would come up to me and be like, "Oh, so Max's character, like if I'm being correct, he's the guy with the sunglasses and the white Arctic fox costume and the yellow skin." Now, technically that was true since I had my own variation of Max, right? But Max, on the other hand, like he didn't really care since he did state that he liked my variation of him over his variation of him since I actually had some more creative material to go off of to create his character. But nevertheless, his character did not last long. He turned into SEGAman, the shadowy color, and I was actually able to make an exception by making his character a cyborg, which was displayed in the Alec and Alec, like Alec's Magic Switcheroo movie, like at the very end, and then I made a few skits on him, and then Max's character just died off for a while, but he was still Sega Man, or at least he was going to change into something else. It wasn't decided. Then in October he became Sega Man, and ever since then things have just never been the same. Because like, sure, his original character was cringy, but it did have a certain charm about it. A very uncreative, plagiarized charm about it. Like, and like to give him credit, he at the very least had a drawing variation of his character, but like it was the Max from Where the Wild Things Are plushie. Like that was the only thing that he could use since he didn't have the materials to suit the setting of his projects, like the canceled Cool Max Reed movie. Um, but yeah, Sega Man, the Shadow Recolor came in. Uh, it was like first it was fine. I didn't really expect anything uh bad to happen from it, but then things started getting really bad when Twitter came into play. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only good thing I gained from Twitter was my friendship with Lunar and her boyfriend Wyatt, and my relationship with Ariana, because Ariana makes me friggin' happy in in like situations like these. Like we understand each other, and I'm extremely glad that I have a girlfriend like that. That's something that not a lot of people can have, unfortunately. But and it's quite ironic. I thought I would be the loner in the group for like until I became an adult. Then I met Ari, and I just became a lot. I just became a lot less depressed. Uh, uh like ever since then, from a romantic status, I've just become so much less depressed. Oh, that's how you two met. Never expected that. Yeah, again, one good thing that actually came uh out of Twitter, aside from my friendship with Lunar, okay? And James the Brain 55, he's pretty cool. Along with Gallad Psycho. Yeah, Gallad Psycho is pretty cool. Along with this dude called Doodle Dank. That dude, he is like a top tier artist, and I'm honored that my fellow black artist is following me, okay? Like legit, it feels good. You became a big goofball. Yeah, and I'm extremely glad that's the case. In fact, ironically, I think people like me more for it. Like, more than my, oh, I'm the wise guy of the group. Like, I like my goofball, style, okay? Like, sure, I still have that critical aspect to me, but because I've just become a lot more happy with Ari around and more appreciation from my friends, I've just become a lot more soft, but in the good way, of course, in the good way. But anyways, as I was saying, uh, Max, uh, we like you no matter what. Aw, thank you, Chloe. But moving on. Um, Max wanted me to include SEGAman in the Gojirowan12 universe, and so I did, since uh like what Chloe is doing with their universe right now, their universe is not parallel to any of the Gojiverse timelines, okay? It's not connected to like any already existing timeline either. It's just its own thing and anything can happen in it. That's what I used to be going for, because clearly Ultraman appeared in Road to the Sun along with Common Rider, right? That would never happen in like a universe that's trying to be its own thing. There was also Shrek in Road to the Sun. Don't know where I was going with that, but that is one of the most nostalgic parts of the movie I made. Like, those were such good times. But I'm glad that I matured as a creator, especially with um character development, because uh Goji used to get a lot of criticism. He used to be like, "Oh, he's just an overpowered dragon character." Well, not overpowered, but he was just like, let's just say that, like, he wasn't a Gary Stu either. He was just kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but he was just really cliched. But then with that criticism from homies like Maddox, yeah, shout out to you, dog. Um, I developed, and now we have Goji where he is today, and I hardly get any criticism anymore. Well, aside from this constructive criticism, but it's always good. It's always good criticism now. So it's just like I'm happy I'm happy I evolved. Um, but back onto the subject. I keep getting sidetracked. I keep getting sidetracked. But that's only because this situation kind of parallels to my career. Like, Max's career parallels to my career, and how we're so similar and yet so different at the same time. Yeah, so Max got Twitter like a year ago maybe. He got me into it. I met Ari. There were a few roleplay chats, and that's when I noticed uh crap would really go down. Uh he started becoming friends with these people lying about their ages, and they were like in relationships with people younger than their age. Hell, there's this guy named Gidget the Wolf. He was a part of the Sonic fandom, obviously. Like, we had a few fights since I knew his game, because he had this girlfriend named Coco the Wolf, and she was technically being like, she was like all venting stuff because she was so disappointed in Gidget for lying and all that stuff. I confront the dude. Dude snaps back at me. He blocks me. But then I realized that, oh, well, since I was in the right here, I pretty much won the argument. Because no one who won the argument would just go on and block people without them uh being able to get a response from the person first. So boom. But apparently the dude was like, is really hated in the Sonic fandom. And it's justified, really, really justified. He's pretty much a pedo. Actually, no, not pretty much. He is a pedo, okay? Uh, Simple as that. He is a, Sonic Forces, Wolf OC recolor. He had like a teal color, purple glasses, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it was really, really, really sucky. But I'm glad he's gone now. Then there was but he was dating all of these chicks in roleplay who were apparently in real life older than him. Case in point, Bella and this other chick. I forgot her name though, but she was like this edgy, um, she was like this edgy anime gotcha-verse kid. I'm not, well, not kid. She was obviously an adult, like in her 20s or something. But yeah, same point. Anyone who uses gotcha, I mean, not really. Like, no offense to those who use gotcha, but some of y'all are like hella childish. Okay, some of y'all are hella childish. Watch out what you say, Goji. You don't want Susan to strike your channel down. I mean, I don't care. I'm hardly noticed on YouTube, anyways, boy. Like, bruh, if my channel goes down, then you know what? I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it, honestly. But yeah, like I'm not gonna jinx it. But overall, it's like that girl broke up with Sega because she found out he was 15 or 14 at the time. I'm pretty sure. I was 15, he was 14. No, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute. No, uh I turned 15 last year. Okay. So, yeah, I turned 15 last year. And so Sega was like 14. Um like we were born in the same year but in different months. Yeah, Maddox, yeah, I know. Yes, I know. It's super bad. It's super bad. Uh but then Max got triggered since he thought he was in the right here. But like, in all honesty, I was like, because I was viewing both sides of the situation, I was like, well, oh, like this girl obviously doesn't want to be like she didn't know. So that's technically not grooming, but that's still technically accidental pedophilia. But then Max is all like, well, it's just role play. Why is she so mad? Boy, you know damn well she's so mad. You know damn well why she's so mad. But then, I mean, Bella was still a thing, but she got locked out of her Twitter, thank God. So we don't have to deal with her ass on Twitter anymore. Um, yeah. What did I miss? Goji is talking about how Max dug his own grave and how he didn't look for red flags. Yeah, they were as red as his friggin' hair, bro. Red as his friggin' hair. Gross. Yes, I know. Um, okay, so uh, yeah, he got into this argument with this big community of Sonic fandom users with sucky OCs. And, sorry, Max, but it's true in case you're watching. Considering he still has YouTube, I wouldn't be surprised, but even then, it's just like, he's still one of my best friends, okay? He's my oldest friend. He's my oldest legitimate friend, but my man still needs to be exposed for his L's, okay? There's no denying that. I just have to be that person. Um Like, especially me, because I've just known Max for so long. Uh, anyways, um, yeah, he got into an argument with the leader of a Sonic fan base unit named Felix or something. He made alt accounts because Felix made alt accounts to ransack the like Max's account. So he did the same thing. He gets kicked off of Twitter. Um, I haven't seen what Felix was up to in a long time, but he's probably gone as well. He probably got exposed by other people. I hope you feel better soon, bro, because Max isn't really being a good friend. Well, here's the thing. Me and Max are tight. Okay, specifically, he's been a good friend to me, okay? He's been a good friend to Maddox. He's been a good friend to Michael, okay? It's just other people. He hasn't been a good friend to other people. I just need to clarify that. Hey, oh, what up, Austin? Nice to see you on the stream. It's nice to see that you're active. Um, Maddox, if you want to explain to Austin what's poppin', because you're my main moderator, then you can if you want, but I have to go forward. Alright, cool. Yeah, he gets knocked off of Twitter. Felix basically, like, he's gone. I have not seen anything from him. Uh, then there's Google Hangouts where he made a roleplay chat with all of these other roleplay friends of his. Really whack. In fact, Maddox got added into one of his Google Hangouts things, and Maddox instantly left. And I asked him, bro, why did you leave? And Maddox legit tells me that nah, I'm not gonna be in a chat with sucky Sonic OCs, okay? I'm not gonna go down that hole. So Maddox, you're brave as hell. You're brave as hell. Um Max gets crunk, but it's not a big deal. He becomes less crunk the next day. The RP chat is still there. But then at school, Max and Chloe get together as it was predicted in the old version of the Gojirowan12 movie. It's like it was like, "Hey, this is lit. It's weird, but it's lit. I kind of called it." Like, and Maddox was there as well, and he admitted it as he was like nodding his head and crap. Like, I mean, fair point. Guess our jokes came true. Um, damn, crazy because I'm a role player too. I mean, the thing is, not all role players are bad. In fact, I role play a little bit, but it's always the Sonic role players. It's always the Sonic role players. It's like, from what I've seen, they're just nasty mofos. Nasty ass mofos. Um, Goji, he got with Lily first. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. But since Lily doesn't mean crap to me, I'm gonna move on. Max gets together with Chloe. Yeah, Max gets together with Chloe. Uh, Maddox, and I think Zach wasn't it. Like, we were all like, I guess our jokes worked. Wait, hold on. I hope things get better for you, dude. See ya, man. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Man, Ultraman fan, like, bruh, he's so nice. Like, bruh. Sonic fandom is crap. Sorry. Yep. Nah, you don't have to apologize. It's a fact, bruh. It's a fact. Like some of the users aren't that bad. Some of the users are just trying to have fun, but the rest of the people in it are, oh my god, like, oh. Goji, look up in the comments. You'll see what you missed. Okay. I'm gonna go to. I have some lunch to eat, and class is starting in 13 minutes. Okay, cool. See you then, Maddox. Um, this is why I created reptile sonic OCs, because the mammals cause nothing but trouble. I wouldn't say that. Well, actually, I would say that, but you know, maybe make a part two of this stream. Yeah, definitely, definitely, because I might not have time to express my opinion on this. So there will be a part two, definitely. Might even add people, maybe. Ever seen Sonic Zombies? It's yeah, Sonic Zombies is like one of the best things to come out of the Sonic fandom. Like that's like unironically hilarious. But again, moving on. Max gets together with Chloe. I technically called it. People are calling me a matchmaker. That didn't make me feel weird since like Max was kind of denying it when the Gojirowan12 movie old rendition was happening, but then it happened, so it's just like, well, there we have it. Okay, let me just read Ashley's comment. By the way, I got comments on two of my rant videos from the guy who I was ranting on and called me, well, a piece of BS, and that I should take down the videos. Hell nah. Hell nah. That's nah, that's what he wants. That's what he wants. Don't give him that. Like, because if a person says that to you, that means you won the argument. Okay? That means that you're on the right side. Um, yeah, I've seen some stuff where that's happened. I have a funny swivel here. Oh, that's a Jobby the Hong reference. Ah, respect to you, Austin. You cultured. um, but anyways, yeah, people were calling me a matchmaker, but then they break up since Chloe criticized his Sonic OC. Me and Maddox basically were like looking at each other, like, and we were like confused as hell. We had no idea what happened. Then I talked with Max, and then I'm like, oh no, I predicted this thing too, didn't I? Um, but then they get back together. I'm like, okay, maybe Max learned. He didn't. He didn't. Because he got into some arguments with Frankie, uh, glitchy boy, uh, for no reason, because apparently Frankie was threatening to Max or something. I have no idea why. I mean, sure, the dude is like kind of violent, but it's in the sense where he doesn't know better. It's like Lenny from Mice and Men, although that may be too far of a joke considering what happened to Lenny at the end of the book. I still feel so sad, because that ending scarred me for real, for real. But Mice and Men is a really good book. Really sad, but a really good book. Um, but yeah, that happened. Next year, me, Maddox, Frankie, pretty sure Jonah and Chloe, we all end up being in the same pride. And Max is in a different pride than us, so Max is like disappointed. Now, since me and Maddox were homies with Max, we kind of felt the same way, but at the same time, we were like, well, maybe he would cause some trouble in here since he only talks about nothing aside from memes and Sonic stuff. But we still felt kind of bad, man. We still felt kind of bad. That was like a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity. Um, but yeah, then COVID happens, and that's when stuff really gets bad. He meets Dragoman, right? Dragoman is cool. He's the cheese master. Dragoman is lit. Um, he's another good friendship that came out of the Twitter friend section. So where do I fit in so where do I fit in the group as a member? Well, I mean, in the canon, you're considered to be Goji's half cousin 3 times removed, and Alec's half cousin, uh, 4 times removed, since Alec and Goji are kind of related. Mm, I guess you would still kind of be the motherly member. I'm pretty sure. But overall, you still a part of the Goji gang, and we ain't denying that. Um, anyways, um, COVID happens, we meet new friends, the Sonic role plays keep happening, blah blah blah. Then the Max gets back on to Twitter, but then he disappears again, luckily, because he got found out, he got ratted out. And okay, what time is it? 11:56. Um okay, let me just read these comments and then yeah, let me just read these comments and then I'll have to head out, okay? Because like Maddox, it's about that school time, okay? It's about that time. Like I'm not excited for school whatsoever, but I still got that responsibility. But let me just read the comments. Wait, motherly member? Like how? Well, you're nurturing. I mean, to the other members, right? Like, you're usually there for them when you really want to be, and you always step up when you, like, really need to be a part of the action. Chloe asks, same here. Where do I fit in? I am actually wondering. Well, the thing is, since, Venus, as of now, is not legitimately canon to the Gojiverse yet. In the friend group, I guess you're technically like the okay, what I guess you're technically like the Penny Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. That's all I can really say as of now because I got to get going. There will be a part 2 to this stream, but hang in guys since like Max, I love you, but y'all, you gotta be exposed, even if it has to be by me. So, yeah, I will, I will see you Gojis after school. I mean, I don't know, 4 p.m. maybe, since I have an eye exam. So, sayonara, my Gojis, and, remember, even if Max isn't your homie anymore or not, please don't be too harsh to him. He's still a kid after all. We all make mistakes, my Gojis, so keep it in your heart.